Rockin the Island Music Festival, August 16th in Campbell River. There's These Kids Wear Crowns Jumpstart. It's Warren Andrews, and the lady that'll not only be performing alongside the likes of These Kids Wear Crowns, but also emceeing the event, Diane Pancel, joins me from her home in Los Angeles. Diane, thanks for doing this.
Oh, thank you. My pleasure.
Now, Diane, I know that you've sang the anthem at LA Kings games before, so I would imagine you're pulling for them in the finals.
Oh, I so am. Yeah, totally. I love them. They're awesome. So definitely rooting for them.
How was that experience?
Oh, my God. It was incredible, because I had submitted probably 6 months or 7 months before I got the shot. And then because the same owner that owns the Kings and the Galaxies, I had done some singing for the Galaxy, the soccer team, and then all of a sudden, I guess, the girl that normally sings had a prior commitment, and that was it. That's how it just happened. They just called me up and said, "We need you. Can you do this?" And I said, "Absolutely." So it was incredible. There must have been about, 19,000 people in the Staples Center, and it was wild.
You've sang the national anthem at a number of events. You've done commercial jingles. When you were a little girl growing up, maybe dreaming about singing, that probably wasn't something you thought about, was it?
Honestly, in some ways it was. I mean, not jingles per se, but, definitely stories I hear from my parents, like at the age of 2 and 3. I've always been fascinated with music and entertainment and performing. But the funny thing is that as a kid, I would always sing along to radio commercials.
Really?
And, all the time. I had all these, every, jingle that was in its heyday. I had it memorized and knew them, and my family would laugh at me. So I think it's hilarious that I've kind of come full circle, and that's part of what I do.
Diane Pancel joining us. She'll not only perform, but also MC the Rockin the Island Festival, August 16th. Diane, you've had the chance to share the stage with David Foster, Nelly Furtado, Matt Dusk. I could go on with the list. Is there one specific moment where you kind of had an awe moment, like, I can't believe I'm doing this?
I get those moments every now and then, but I'd have to say the one that really got me was working with David Foster.
Yeah.
I had the pleasure of working with him and talking to him, and he's just so nice. And it was kind of that moment of oh my gosh, I'm really here. I'm doing this.
And knowing the talent that he's worked with, that kind of had to be inspiring for you, I would think. Oh,
totally. Absolutely. It's incredible.
Now, who's the one person or one group that you haven't had a chance to work with yet that you'd love to work with?
Oh, gosh. That is such an open-ended question for me, because there's so many people out there that are just incredible that I would love to work with. I'm a huge Brian McKnight fan.
Ah.
So Brian McKnight would be somebody I'd totally love to work with, as well as a band that I love is Matchbox 20.
Nice.
I think they're great. So that's a group I'd love to work with.
You'd be willing to do backup for a night for them?
Are you kidding? Absolutely.
How's the transition been going from the island? It's pretty laid back here. Even in Victoria, you go to Los Angeles where, if the accounts are true, a little more cutthroat. Everybody's in trying to get ahead. Has it been easy for you? Has it been difficult, or somewhere in between?
You know what? That's a great question. I find, at least I've found in my career here on the, growing up on the island and doing my thing here, I think it's in any city. It doesn't matter. It's just, I think LA's, a bigger city, a larger demographic of artists. Everybody that you meet is either an actor or a musician trying to pave the way for themselves there. Yeah. But, everybody has their ups and downs, and I've had some great experiences and some absolute crappy experiences. But you know what? You learn from them, and they're great learning experiences. So LA's been great for me. I've been very blessed and very fortunate to meet some wonderful people and really good, honest people, and I've just been really lucky that way. So,
there's lots of Canadians down there, too, isn't there, Diane?
Oh, totally. There's a lot of networking groups in L.A. that are started by Canadians that are now down there, so it's great. That was the nice thing about it for me coming down here was that, you start networking and meeting people. Next thing you know, you find out someone's from Toronto, someone's from Edmonton, someone's from Vancouver, and it becomes like this little Canadian group of people down there that you've got your little network.
Nice. Have you ever been to Campbell River before? You're from Victoria. Did you ever make it up island?
I have. My brother played hockey as a kid for many, many years, and so we trek up to Campbell River many times for hockey tournaments and stuff. So yeah, love it. Beautiful area.
Now, what can festival goers expect from you? Because you're doing double duty. You're not only emceeing, but you're also performing. So let's start with the songs. Maybe a quick snippet of what type of songs they can expect from you.
Well, the stuff I'm going to be performing is definitely a combination of some R&B, soul, jazz influenced stuff. That's what I'm really excited about this festival, because all the artists that are on board, it's just such a great mix of music. So I think it's going to cater to a lot of people, whatever genre of music people like. It's just really good quality musicians.
Wonderful. Well, Diane, we really appreciate you taking a few minutes to talk with you, and looking forward to what should be an awesome time. Continued success. Keep up the good work.
Thank you so much. And I just want to let all your listeners know, too, that, we're doing so much through social media. So make sure to go check out my website, DianePancelMusic.com, and there's links on there as well to Facebook and Twitter and all that great stuff.
Wonderful. That's Diane Pancel, who will be emceeing and performing at Rockin The Island. You can go to rockintheisland.ca to get your tickets. Just $70 for 12 hours of entertainment.